Here is the Tabir Academy dashboard. On the right side, we have a notice board. This notice board is mostly just important instructions, like about how you should, check all websites frequently for any updates. All right, apologies for that glitch, guys. I'm just gonna go back. All right, I hope my screen is visible. Okay. So from Tabir Academy website, we can click on categories over here. This will show all of the available courses here on Tabir Academy. The one that we, of course, will focus on is NUST. So I will click on NUST over here. These are majority of the courses that you can opt for depending on which subjects you have and which field you are opting for through NET. So for this particular session, I will be going through this course, which is the complete preparation course for NUST NET Engineering, which has 6 modules. So I already have access to this course, but for the rest of you, I will tell you at the end how you can access it. So right here, we have a NUST Engineering Eligibility Criteria, right? So this actually contains all of the information that you require, to know exactly how much marks you should opt for, and how many marks you should have from your FSC or A levels, so that you are eligible to give the NET in the first place, right? So this is it, and then I will be going through a few pointers before I begin with the actual course over here. So the NUST entrance test, as you know, it's like for engineering and for engineering specifically, we have about 5 different sections, which are mathematics, physics, chemistry, English, and IQ, right? So maths has the highest percentage. It has 80 MCQs. Physics में हमारे पास 60 होते हैं, followed by chemistry, which has 30 MCQs, 20 for English, and 10 for IQ. I repeat, this is for specifically for the engineering portion of NUST only. So, क्योंकि इसका breakdown ऐसा है कि एक कुछ sections की ज़्यादा, आपके पास वो है percentage है और कुछ की कम है, so you need to prepare for those accordingly. So, in order to score better on the test, सबसे पहले तो, you need to prepare all of your concepts. Right, so before diving into like MCQs or question and answers, सबसे पहले आप अपने concepts clear करें ताकि आपको अंदाजा हो exactly what you need. And with the concepts, I would also suggest कि आप do focus on the important concepts first in each subject. हर subject में कुछ ऐसे course topics होते हैं जो कि ज़्यादा पाए जाते हैं NET में. तो बेहतर यही होगा कि आप जो है ना मतलब फोकस ऑन दोस कॉन्सेप्ट्स फर्स्ट जिनका ज़्यादा चांस होता है. वैसे तो इट इज़ रैंडम like randomly आते हैं MCQ, so I wouldn't say कि आप कुछ भी छोड़ दें, लेकिन do focus on some specific sections more जिनके weightage I wouldn't say, लेकिन जिनसे ज़्यादा chances होते हैं MCQs आने के, right? And then of course once you have cleared all of your concepts, then it is wise कि आप जो है ना अपना MCQs practice करें. बेशक आप जितना भी मतलब क्वेश्चन आंसर्स आप प्रिपेयर करते हैं, दैट्स फाइन, बट until and unless आप MCQs प्रिपेयर करेंगे ना, तब तक आपकी जो असल प्रैक्टिस होगी वो नहीं होगी. क्योंकि as you know, the NUST NET, like it consists of a test of 200 MCQs, right? और because it is a computerized test, which means कि आपको सारा कंप्यूटर पे आप वो करना पड़ता है, तो इसीलिए until unless आप उस सेटिंग की प्रिपरेशन नहीं करते ना, तब तक आपको आइडिया नहीं होगा how it will be in reality, which is why like Tabir Academy, why we say that e-learning is important, and especially through Tabir, is because वो आपको एक computerized test ही provide कर रहा है basically. तो आपकी जो सारी practice है Tabir के through जो होगी, it will be in an online setting, which will help you in your future, like NET. Guys, I will take all questions at the end of this session, all right? So you can just type them out in the chat box and we will go through them accordingly. Okay, so generally, like किसी भी test को opt करते हुए, especially in this case, the NET, you need to have, a specific mindset, right? तो सबसे पहले तो मैं कहूँगी कि please never, like NET कभी भी इस मतलब नीयत से ना दें कि हम barely pass हो जाएं, या फिर like a lot of students have always asked me कि इसका कितना merit होता है, इसका कितना merit होता है. So it's better if you just opt for at least 160 marks in the NET, right? Because यहाँ पर NUST के लिए the amount of people that are preparing for and giving the NUST entrance exam is a lot, right? तो आपने सिर्फ अपनी chances जो है ना वो आपने high रखनी है. तो कभी भी don't go for the bare minimum. Always opt for like the highest marks that you can possibly score, ताकि it will only improve your chances of getting into NUST, right? उसके अलावा always like go in with a positive mindset and optimistic mindset. हमेशा मतलब अपने आप को जो है ना बेहतर का सोचा करें. Do not again think कि ये बुरा हो जाएगा, वो बुरा हो जाएगा. And of course, do not stress over it too much. At the end of the day, it is a test, right? तो अपनी preparation करें, do your hard work, and then उसके बाद just leave it to God, and everything else will fall in place accordingly. So I have noticed over the years that there are a few common mistakes that people make when they are preparing for the NET or when they are giving the NET. So let's go through those. So rushing through the paper, guys, that is never right. You should never rush through any exam, but this one in particular, because आपके पास time बहुत ज़्यादा limited होता है, right? Even though यहाँ पे आपको 3 घंटे मिलते हैं NUST NET देने के लिए, लेकिन those 3 hours they fly by, right? So you will never you won't even realize वो 3 घंटे गुजर जाते हैं. So I think for to ensure कि आपका test अच्छा हो, the first thing you should do is read your questions properly, right? Don't skim through the questions, read them और फिर आप answer करें. अगर आपको कुछ नहीं आता तो या तो you note it down and then go back to it, या फिर मतलब एक ही flow में चले, लेकिन don't rush through it. सही है. और you are provided a few sheets for rough work, right? So make sure कि आपका जो rough work भी हो ना वो इतना neat हो कि if you need to go back to it तो आप आराम से you can refer back to your rough work. अब ये ना हो कि मतलब आपने इधर उधर सारी चीजें की हुई होंगी तो if you want to go back to something it will be difficult for you, right? So मतलब उसको भी थोड़ा सा neat रखें ताकि आपके लिए जो है ना थोड़ा सा आसान हो उस चीज को to go back to it. And then for during preparation, not practicing MCQs, I think would be the biggest mistake that you can make, right? Like I said before, question and answers, आपकी जो भी books होती हैं FSC A levels की, वो सारी they are all relevant, but until unless you practice MCQs, they won't be of any use. तो बेशक आप मतलब के किसी platform के through करें, आप books से MCQ की preparation करें, that is fine. But do prepare your MCQs. On Tabir, I will go through this shortly. So we have the course content of all of the the sections that are included in the NET, right? तो इसमें आपके पास फायदा ये होता है कि आपको हर topic के accordingly you get all the MCQs that have actually been included in the previous NUST entrance tests. And they're also based on difficulty level, right? तो पहले आपका beginner या easy, and then it gets difficult. तो इस तरह से it's very helpful कि आप अपना जो भी आपकी preparation करें ना वो MCQs के through करें, just so that it can help you in your future. So when you should start preparing for the NUST entrance test, don't leave it to the end, guys. That is never the answer. मतलब I think when you are in your second year or your A2, जब आप A levels के आपने last year में होते हैं तब आपने you should start preparing for it. बेशक don't rush into it, because I know that of course FSC and A level के exams also give you a hard time, right? लेकिन साथ साथ जो है ना चीजें prepare करते रहा करें, do revise, क्योंकि ये सारे जो आप concepts जो आप learn कर रहे हैं in your FSC and A levels are the same ones that will be included in your NUST entrance test, right? So it is always wise कि आप उनको make notes, right? Notes are very very important. खास तौर पे short bullet points. Bullet points are easier to remember and easier to go back to when you are revising. So don't wait until your college or your A levels ends, because तब आपके पास time नहीं होता है. You are applying to multiple universities and then it's very rushed, right? और फिर आप मतलब कि फिर वो ऐसा होता है कि इंसान गुजारे ही prepare कर पाता है just because you ran out of time and you couldn't actually complete all of the concepts. तो फिर मतलब कहीं ना कहीं when you fall short ना तो it just like decreases your chances of getting into whatever university you want to opt for. ठीक है? So a few pointers on how you should like prepare for the NUST entrance test. उसमें again divide the concepts on the basis of importance and don't like start with कि मैं पहले एक subject पूरा का पूरा I'll do it and फिर मैं दूसरे subject को मैं like I'll touch it. So like I think it's important कि आप सारे subjects को साथ साथ लेके चलें. Especially maths and physics, they are like क्योंकि obviously उसमें like concepts बहुत ज़्यादा included हैं and they also have the highest weightage in the NUST entry test, right? So just make sure, right, that you go through the chapters and make notes of all of the important key points and revise them daily. Don't focus on individual subjects like कि पहले एक करना है फिर दूसरा करना है. Take all of them together. So I would suggest to focus most on maths and physics क्योंकि इन दोनों की weightage सबसे ज़्यादा है. Chemistry, because there are only 30 MCQs I believe for chemistry, तो इसीलिए मतलब and the concepts are a lot. तो I think just search up कि कौन से ज़्यादा important topics होते हैं chemistry में and prepare those. For English, I have always been asked कि should we go through SAT की like वो जो list होती है आपके vocabulary की हम किस तरह से English को prepare करें. तो मेरे ख्याल से वैसे तो like Tabir has a very comprehensive like section on English that I believe will help you. लेकिन otherwise like if you want to just like get better at it, so number one is like just improving your vocabulary and don't go through SAT की like vocabulary list because they are extremely long and they are like difficult to master in such a short period of time, right? So I would instead suggest like just focus on your comprehension skills to kind of solve any comprehensions that you can find online. जो IELTS के test होते हैं ना, IELTS के test की जो comprehensions होती हैं, they are extremely good for practice. That is something that I also opted for during my time back when I gave the NUST entry test, and it helped me a lot. IQ के लिए मेरे ख्याल से the most important thing is just learning those tricks, right? क्योंकि IQ में एक ही तरह का question होता है जो कि बार बार अक्सर repeat होता है. तो उसके लिए बेहतर मेरे ख्याल से यही है कि आप there are endless YouTube tutorials on how to like solve intelligence questions, especially for the NUST NET. So I would suggest कि like go through those videos and be proactive, guys. यहाँ पर like you guys are old enough now to take responsibility and learn things yourself because आप लोगों की जो generation है, we are blessed to have like the world at our fingertips. ठीक है, हमारे पास सब कुछ available है. So make sure that you take advantage of that and do your research, right? Do your research. आपने जो भी tutorials आपको मिलते हैं, ठीक है, prepare through those. That is very very important. Like आप अपने आप को मतलब कि don't let yourself fall short because आपने खुद अपने आप के लिए मतलब कुछ किया नहीं, right? हमेशा like be responsible. I think that now of course you guys are all old enough to. So now I think we will like start with an overview of how like the sections look like in Tabir Academy's interface, and we'll have like a short study circle. Let's see basic concepts. So I'm going to start this, and when I start, as you can see, I have these are on my left. I have all of the courses over here. So this is of course intelligence, and then I can opt for physics. अब आप देख रहे हैं कि जहाँ जो भी सारे टॉपिक्स इंक्लूडेड होते हैं फिजिक्स में वो सारे के सारे यहाँ पे अवेलेबल हैं आपके पास, राइट? सो इफ आई क्लिक ऑन मेजरमेंट्स, लेट्स सी, these are the questions. I will first explain what like like some of these things mean, right? So first of all, you have a timer over here. ठीक है, तो ये आपके पास 2 minutes का timer होता है, which is excellent because it gives you a better idea of how you should manage your time during the NUST entrance test. As I said before, 3 hours may seem like a long time, but it flies by. तो बेहतर यही है कि आप जो है ना वो अपना time manage करें accurately ताकि आप मतलब कोई MCQ रह ना जाए आपका. I've always said कि unlike other entry tests जो NUST का entrance test होता है, it doesn't have any negative marking, guys. So it is always better कि आप जो है ना वो सारे के सारे questions attempt करें. Even if you don't know something, you should still attempt it because you have a 1 in 4 chance of your answer being correct. Negative marking नहीं है आप यहाँ पे, तो आप उस चीज का फायदा उठाएं और सारे के सारे questions attempt करें, even if at the end you are rushed and you don't know an answer. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे we have a timer that helps us manage everything. Okay, And then so this is like, as you can see, this is level 1, right? So level 1, this indicates like difficulty कि आप मतलब कहाँ पे like difficulty level आपका जो है ना वो कितना ज़्यादा है. And as you progress with the section, the difficulty level will also increase. Okay. And then of course, so this over here under the, if you can see my pointer, under complete preparation course, this says 0.1% completed. So this, like small bar over here actually helps you track your progress. Okay. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी मतलब मैं बिल्कुल शुरुआत है मेरे सेक्शन की, बट एज आई प्रोग्रेस थ्रू दिस सेक्शन, दिस विल लाइक शो एग्जैक्टली हाउ मच ऑफ इट आई हैव कंप्लीटेड एंड मतलब कितना मेरा रहता है. सो दिस विल लाइक help me keep a track of my progress, which is very important क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से हम वैसे जब करते हैं ना तो हमें like it's difficult to keep a track, right? कि आपने कितने like topics कर लिए हैं, कितने आपने नहीं किए अभी तक. So yeah. And then so for example, let's see how many steroids are present in one half sphere. I believe the answer is 2 pi. So if we submit it, this is the correct answer, right? So you can still opt to learn further about the concept, right? So if I click yes, I do want to learn more about the concept, this will, a learning box will appear. ठीक है. अब ये जो लर्निंग बॉक्स है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे ये है कि ये आपको करेक्ट आंसर भी देता है, ठीक है, एंड इट ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन्स इट, राइट. सो लाइक इट यहाँ पे आपकी पूरी आपकी एक्सप्लेनेशन भी दी होगी फॉर द आंसर, एंड दिस ऑल्सो अप्लाइज टू व्हेन यू गेट अ रॉन्ग आंसर फॉर समथिंग, जो कि हम अभी देखते हैं. देन देयर इज दिस ऑप्शन ओवर हियर इन ताबीर दैट लाइक दिस इज अ वेरी यूनिक फीचर. आई बिलीव दैट इज लाइक आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव लाइक फाउंड दिस ऑन एनी अदर ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म. तो और वो ये है कि आई कैन एक्चुअली ऐड दिस टू द लर्निंग बॉक्स. ठीक है. तो इफ आई ऐड दिस टू द लर्निंग बॉक्स, ये मेरे पास यहाँ पे शो हो जाएगा ऑन द राइट साइड द लर्निंग बॉक्स. अब यहाँ पे मैंने जो भी कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऐड किए हुए हैं ना, अगर मुझे मुझे लगे कि ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो कि मुझे थोड़ा सा इतना ज़्यादा मुझे बेहतर नहीं आता, राइट. सो आई कैन ऑलवेज रेफर, आई कैन ऑलवेज ऐड दोज टॉपिक्स टू द लर्निंग बॉक्स और दोज आंसर्स, एंड देन आई कैन रेफर बैक टू दोज एट द एंड ऑफ माई प्रिपरेशन, ताकि मुझे याद रहे और मैं मतलब कि उनको ज़्यादा दोबारा से मैं रिवाइज कर सकूँ. So okay, if we go through whatever supplementary units, I'm going to choose a random answer just so that we can see. So this is an incorrect answer. So if it's an incorrect answer, we can learn the concept together to increase our score, right? Again, यहाँ पे आपके पास एक learning box आ जाता है, ठीक है ना, और उस learning box में you get the correct answer. So this is again, like I said, this is a unique feature on Tabir Academy, something that I haven't found on other online platforms, क्योंकि मैंने जब अपनी preparation की थी अपने time पे, तब obviously we didn't have this. So I did opt for some other online platforms, like I never saw anything like this, and this, in my opinion, is going to help you a lot when you are preparing, because when you can actually look at your wrong answers and the explanation for it, it helps a lot. It helps you remember, right? फिर आपको याद रहेगी ये बात कि आपने ये किस तरह से मतलब वो किया, solve किया, and what you did wrong with it. So it's always important, and you don't even need to make any physical notes for this, right? Physical notes बनाने के बजाय you can simply add this to the learning box again, ठीक है ना, और ये जब आपके learning box में आ जाएगा तो you can always refer back to it at any time, ठीक है. तो just as so physics में हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा, we have a lot of topics over here, right? And all of these, you can cover all of these within Tabir. And then let's maybe look at mathematics. So यहाँ पर भी, because mathematics, as you can see, it has the most number of topics, because of course it also has the most weightage. ठीक है. तो इसमें जो है ना, I would suggest for A-level students in particular, because I was also an A-level student and I struggled a bit, because यहाँ पे NET में काफी ज़्यादा concepts होते हैं ना, वो FSC से included होते हैं. तो आप ऐसा करें, first prepare those concepts which are similar, ठीक है, जो कि मतलब पहले से ही उसमें included हैं, जो आपने पढ़े हुए हैं पहले से. पहले आप वो वाले revise करें. Once you are done with those, फिर आप देखें कि आपने क्या क्या नहीं prepare किया हुआ इसमें, right? And then once you look at, for example, there were a few like analytic geometry, I believe, and conic sections in particular, जो कि हमने A-levels में हमें ये नहीं पढ़ा था, right? So this was something that I had to study, and this is a very extensive section, conics, जो कि it also has a lot of MCQs in the NET from conics. तो I would suggest कि like this is a section जो कि आपको अच्छी तरह से prepare करना चाहिए. And yeah, other than that, trigonometry is very important, guys. Trigonometry एक ऐसा है जहाँ मतलब इसके concepts इतने ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन they can be applied in multiple like topics and sections as well. तो हमेशा prepare well for trigonometry. आपकी जो identities हैं, like you do have to memorize those, of course. मेरे लिए that was also a little bit of a struggle because we didn't have to memorize stuff in A levels. We always got a formula sheet. So for me, like I had to थोड़ा सा इसका ये भी है कि आपको चीजें थोड़ी सी याद करनी पड़ती हैं. That's completely okay. NET के लिए you do have to memorize a lot. And then for chemistry, here, यहाँ पर भी the topics are a lot. So I would say कि मतलब go through the more important ones. अगर आप सब पढ़ने बैठ जाएंगे तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको टाइम नहीं मिलेगा. The good thing about Tabir is that if you like start your NET preparation with Tabir, you can actually like complete your preparation within 15 days to a month at maximum, right? अगर आप मतलब थोड़ा सा दिल लगा के Tabir के थ्रू अगर आप preparation कर लेते हैं तो you can easily prepare it within like 15 days, right? And that I believe will like give you an edge कि अगर आपने बिल्कुल ही end तक छोड़ दिया अपनी preparation and you haven't actually managed to like prepare anything at all, तो फिर भी you still can give that assessment, especially since मेरे ख्याल से अभी आपका NET I believe NET 3 होने वाला होगा soon. So in that case, it's very important because this might be the last chance that you guys get to give your entry test and like get into NUST, right? So please like make the most of it and like don't slack off, especially. So for English, I believe that the most important things are comprehension, right? So comprehensions are important, guys. इसमें जो है ना ये है कि please read these carefully. Even though it's like a whole paragraph, ठीक है ना, इसमें से आपके पास काफी ज़्यादा जो है ना points होंगे जो आपको like will be very useful for you. And as you can see, यहाँ पे एक paragraph है and there are like 3 questions related to it, right? So it's very important in English. आप अपनी comprehension skills जो है ना उनको improve करें. Again, I will repeat, IELTS की comprehensions are excellent. To prepare for NET के जो English वाला portion है, बेशक आप 1-2 ही attempt करेंगे, you will see exactly how much like it will help you. So एक तो ये comprehension वाला part हो गया और दूसरा जो है ना वो synonyms है. So synonyms are important. I would suggest कि vocabulary अपनी prepare करें, refer to a thesaurus often. Learning new words every day is like वैसे भी आपको like करना ही चाहिए, even for your daily life, for your like verbal, like for your speech as well as your written English. This is very very important. तो इसीलिए like I believe इसका answer, let's see if it's edited or not. Yes, it is the correct answer. So you can if you want to learn further about the concept, then you can click again. अब आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, ठीक है, this is a very comprehensive overview of exactly मतलब पहले तो कि उसका definition क्या है royal की, right? And then the definition of all the other words that were the MCQ options, and then like the synonyms and the antonyms. So a synonym is basically like a word with a similar meaning, whereas an antonym is the opposite of it, right? So अब ये भी like if I feel like I want to remember this for the future, I can add this to the learning box again, ठीक है? और फिर हमारे पास यहाँ पे भी आ जाएगा something that I can again refer back to if I need to. So lastly, let's come to intelligence. Okay, so intelligence may be like, as you can see, there are so many different things, right? But I always say in intelligence may the best thing you can do is कि आप tips and tricks सीखें, ठीक है ना, from any YouTube tutorials that you find, and then like opt for these. Intelligence में there are a lot of sequence based questions, right? Sequence based questions और ये geometric patterns जो होते हैं ना, these are like someone that I still find tricky to read, right? So this is important, ठीक है ना, like let's choose a random answer over here and then let's see what the correct one would be. So let's submit. So it's an incorrect answer. Let's look at the concept behind it. Okay. So I believe like this is like basically arranged in alphabetical order, I believe. Dictionary sequence. Okay. And then like here is the explanation to it as well. Again, I can add it to the learning box to refer to in the future. So intelligence से मैं अगर कहूँगी ना, if there is something that you should focus on a lot, it is going to be sequence and geometric patterns. These are like a little bit more complicated than the others. बाकी सारे मेरे हिसाब से काफ़ी easy हैं. अगर आप एक दो उसके मतलब वो करेंगे questions attempt, तो वो आपको मतलब याद हो जाएगा. उसका एक specific तरीका होता है attempt करने का, जो कि easily covered हो जाता है. लेकिन for sequence and geometric patterns, because there are a lot of there are endless options basically, like this one, right? So like इसमें जो है ना आपको प्रैक्टिस चाहिए होती है. सो इसके लिए जो है ना लाइक फोकस ऑन दीज मोर देन आई वुड लाइक आई वुड से कि बाकी जो भी है ना सारे टॉपिक्स, उसमें से सीक्वेंस एंड ज्योमेट्रिक पैटर्न्स आर मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, एंड दोज आर समथिंग दैट यू शुड focus on. So this is like it for the overview. So again, I'm going to tell you, like the categories per section. I was going to tell you about, like how you can opt for the course and everything. I think I'll do that after the question and answer session. So I will be taking questions now. I'll stop sharing my screen and let's go through the questions together. I believe chat box काफी भरा हुआ है, so let's go through that. All right. Okay. Will 40 days be enough to secure 160 plus marks in NET3? Yes, if you prepare through Tabir, I mentioned before, like you can actually finish your preparation in like 15 days max. तो लेकिन उसके लिए बस यही है कि you'll have to be very very dedicated, and please ensure कि आपके सारे जो भी concepts हैं वो clear हों before you jump into the actual questions. Please give some tips on NET business and social sciences. Thanks. Okay, so जो NET का business और social sciences वाला होता है, I think that is like a little bit. Not, I'm not saying easy, but relatively easy as compared to NET engineering, क्योंकि उसमें आपके पास सिर्फ 3 like sections होते हैं to cover, which are mathematics, English and IQ, right? तो उसमें automatically आपके chances ज़्यादा बढ़ भी जाते हैं to score very high. लेकिन you should be mindful of the fact that because it is relatively easier, तो इसमें लोग बहुत high score करते हैं. So for this, I would suggest, like आप अपना जो benchmark है ना, वो आप रखें at least 170 to 180 plus marks, so that you can increase your chances of preparation. उसमें जो mathematics होती है, it is basic level maths, not as difficult as the one that is included in engineering. लेकिन क्योंकि उसमें English का जो portion है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो इसीलिए उसमें फिर आपको इंग्लिश की लाइक प्रिपरेशन पे ज्यादा फोकस करना पड़ेगा एज अपोज टू एनईटी की इंजीनियरिंग वाला जो है. All right. Time management. So again, time management is important. Guys, I would suggest कि at least अपने जो last 20 minutes है ना NET test के लिए, वो आप लोग रखें यहाँ पे, like save those for reviewing your questions. ठीक है, because like it does help NET में कि आप you can go back to your questions अगर आपने कुछ नहीं attempt किया हुआ या आपने कुछ छोड़ दिया है, you have skipped it, तो you can always like go back to it later. तो एटलीस्ट 20 मिनट्स आप अपने सेव करें, ठीक है ना, वो 20 मिनट्स आप निकाल दें. सो फ्रॉम लाइक इफ यू हैव लेट्स से अ टोटल ऑफ 180 मिनट्स, आई बिलीव 180, यस 180 मिनट्स आपके पास टोटल होते हैं, ठीक है. उसमें से आप लाइक 20 तो आप निकाल दें, ठीक है ना, फॉर रिव्यूइंग योर क्वेश्चंस. उसके बाद आप like focus on the time management for the rest of the sections. Give the most time to mathematics and physics, right? Mathematics के लिए अगर आपके पास let's say you have 80 MCQs for maths, I believe, ठीक है, तो उसमें भी like you should give 50 to 60 minutes to maths, ठीक है ना, because उसकी weightage ज़्यादा है. उसके बाद physics के लिए give 30 to 35 minutes for that. Chemistry को मतलब 15 to 20 minutes at most. इंग्लिश के लिए, इंग्लिश का जो है ना वो काफी जल्दी हो जाता है, ठीक है. 20 MCQs हैं इंग्लिश के, तो उसको 20 मिनट्स ही दें. डोंट लाइक spend too much time on it. IQ has the least weightage in the NET engineering portion, so like 10 MCQs, 10 minutes for that. उस तरह से जो है ना, like please manage your time well. Any tips for pre-medical students opting to get into CS in NUST? Well, for like, I believe if you are a medical student, then आपको perhaps like you wouldn't have studied a lot of maths, right? So if you are a pre-med student, then please focus on द मोस्ट, बाकी सारे आपके कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर ही होंगे, बाकी सारी चीजें सिमिलर होती हैं, लेकिन मैथ्स जो आपका मतलब कि थोड़ा बहुत मिस आउट हो जाता है ना, लाइक फिर लाइक नो फोकस ऑन दैट प्रिपरेशन द मोस्ट, आई बिलीव दैट वो ही आपसे सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होगी. What is the minimum grade we should go for in A levels to secure our admission? Minimum grade, I wouldn't say there are any minimum grades क्योंकि आपके over A level की जो वो combined आपकी equivalence बनती है, right? So combined आपकी equivalence वैसे I believe that NET का सबसे ज्यादा weightage होती है, ठीक है, I believe 70%, मेरे टाइम पे 70% थी, and then there was like 15% for O levels and then 10% for A levels जो आपकी weightage होती है, ठीक है, उसी हिसाब से आप अंदाजा लगा लें. Don't go for a minimum grade, go for the best that you can do. और मतलब क्योंकि आप वैसे भी यू आर एट स्लाइट डिसएडवांटेज कि आपकी जो इक्विवेलेंस में से मार्क्स वैसे भी आपके जो कटते हैं, ठीक है ना, एज अपोज टू एफएससी. सो इंश्योर कि आपके जो ग्रेड्स हो ना वो इतने अच्छे हों कि आपका हो जाए एडमिशन सिक्योर. बीएस केमिस्ट्री के लिए टेस्ट में मैथ्स और फिजिक्स के क्वेश्चंस इंक्लूड होंगे? यस, आई डू बिलीव कि होने चाहिए, बट आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली. आई थिंक आई विल लुक इनटू इट एंड आई गेट बैक टू यू. So guys, for aggregate, यहाँ पे हमारे पास exact aggregate जो है ना वो कभी भी हमारे पास नहीं आता. If you want to know aggregate आपके पास कितना required होता है, तो you can always like look it up. Website पे available होता है आपके पास, ठीक है ना, कि आपकी merit list जो है वो available होती है. So like I said before, be proactive about it और अपनी website सारी research अपनी करें ताकि आपको पता चल जाए कि आपका aggregate कितना होता है. But I did mention this in the start भी कि प्लीज माइंडसेट अपना ये रखें कि हमने हाईएस्ट मार्क्स लेने ही लेने हैं, नॉट ये कि हमारा मिनिमम एग्रीगेट ये है तो हमने ये बेंचमार्क सेट किया, हमने बस इतने ज्यादा लेने. आई टोल्ड, हाँ, टाइम मैनेजमेंट का मैंने बता दिया है. सो गाइज, आपका जो भी बोर्ड हो ना, इट डजेंट मैटर, ठीक है, आपका बेशक आप फेडरल बोर्ड के हो, पंजाब बोर्ड, सिंध बोर्ड, कोई भी आपके पास जो भी बुक्स है ना, पहले आप अपना जो बोर्ड है ना पहले सबसे वही प्रिपेयर करें. दैट इज द बेस्ट लाइक टिप दैट आई कैन गिव यू. पहले आप अपने सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो कवर कर लें, उसके बाद आप कंपेयर करें कि जो फेडरल का है उसमें से कितना मतलब कौन से टॉपिक्स हैं जो मिसिंग हैं, एंड देन यू कैन कवर द रेस्ट. लेकिन मतलब देयर इज लाइक नो प्रॉब्लम इन क्या आप मतलब किसी स्पेसिफिक बोर्ड से प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि वही आपका बोर्ड है, दैट इज समथिंग दैट यू आर फेमिलियर विद, तो आप वही जो है ना उसी पे ही फोकस करें. How much aggregate is required for mechanical? Again, I don't know the exact number, but I will tell you this कि mechanical is the most sought after field in NUST. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पर आपके जो भी सबसे ज़्यादा high scorers होते हैं ना, वही मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में जाते हैं. इसीलिए for that you should set a benchmark of at least 180. ठीक है, क्योंकि it will increase your chances. Usually the people who score the highest in the NUST entry test are the people that end up going into mechanical engineering. तो प्लीज उसके लिए ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी आपको. Physics, अगर आपको if you want to study more physics and mathematics related fields, then you should opt for stuff like software engineering, computer engineering, कंप्यूटर्स रिलेटेड जो भी होती है ना, और इलेक्ट्रिकल मैकेनिकल वगैरह, उसमें आपके पास जो मैथ्स और फिजिक्स होता है ना वो ज़्यादा होता है. लेकिन वैसे टू बी ऑनेस्ट आप किसी भी इंजीनियरिंग की फील्ड में जाएंगे ना, आपको वहाँ पर फिजिक्स और मैथ्स सबसे ज़्यादा ही मिलेगा. लाइक इवन दो आई पर्सनली लाइक आई डिड इंजीनियरिंग इन मटेरियल्स एंड मेटलर्जी, ठीक है, और उसमें भी मेरी मेजोरिटी जो मेरी डिग्री थी ना, इट वाज ओनली रिलेटेड टू मैथमेटिक्स एंड फिजिक्स. If you like saw on the website of NUST के chemistry, English and intelligence included है, then yes. अगर आपको website से information मिल रही है, it is absolutely correct and I'm glad that you looked it up. बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, सो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का जो टेस्ट होता है वो आई बिलीव थोड़ा सा बाद में होता है, नहीं सॉरी, एडमिशन जो होता है ना उसका वो बाद में होता है, एज अपोज टू जो बाकी जो आपके फील्ड्स होती हैं नेस्ट में. तो उसमें भी यही है, ठीक है ना, लाइक अगेन रेफर टू द वेबसाइट फॉर मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट एग्जैक्टली लाइक जो भी आपके पोर्शंस उसमें लाइक सेक्शंस जो कवर होते हैं. लेकिन इसमें ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन बायो मोर, क्योंकि बायो का जो ना मेजर जो पोर्शन होता है आपका वो बायो का ही होता है, एंड being like if you are a pre-med student, it won't be that difficult for you. In NET2 I scored 147 out of 170 MCQs I attempted, but time management is the issue I am facing. It's okay, time management like I mentioned before, it gets better with practice. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए like आप अपने आप लाइक टाइमर सेट करें इन इवन व्हेन यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग बिफोर द टेस्ट एंड ड्यूरिंग द टेस्ट एज वेल. टाइमर सेट करें अपने लिए पहले ही, टेस्ट में जाने से पहले ही आप अपने आप को कहें कि मैंने इतना ही टाइम मैंने एक सेक्शन पे लगाना है, उससे ज्यादा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर गिविंग लाइक लेट्स से 60 मिनट्स टू मैथ्स, ठीक है ना, वो 60 मिनट्स से गुजर जाए, मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट सेक्शन, चाहे आपके जितने भी एमसीक्यूज उसके बाद कवर हुए हों, ठीक है. वो you can come back to later in the last 20 minutes that you save, but don't spend too much time on one section कि आपके जो बाकी है ना वो रह जाए, फिर आपको उनमें जो है ज्यादा रश करना पड़े. All right, so I believe these are all the questions that I have covered for now. So guys, I will be sharing my screen again just to tell you about like a discount that you can avail on the Tabir Academy website. In the meantime, if there are any more questions, I will come back to those later. All right, so let's share this again and let's go to categories. यहाँ पे अगर आप NUST का वो करेंगे, so this is the course that you will be opting for, which is complete preparation course for NUST NET engineering. बाकी भी courses हैं similar, but for this one, so I already have access to this, but if you don't have access to this, तो आपके पास यहाँ पे like options आएंगे buy now and start trial. So you can actually like start a trial as well. उसमें ये है कि आप थोड़े से questions आप पहले से solve कर सकते हैं. You can like just get an idea of how the interface is before you actually buy this course, right? So start trial में ये है कि you can like attempt a few questions और उसके बाद जब आपका trial खत्म होगा, you can buy it. So like you can actually get a 30% discount on this course. I will be putting in my promo code in the chat box as well, so you guys can use that. Just to get access to this course, right? So I'm going to put that in the chat box below. So my promo code is Eeman30. All right. And how long do we have access to this course? I will tell you this in a few minutes. All right, guys. For like the aggregates, uske liye please refer to the website. I don't remember the exact aggregates for each course. So yes. Habiba, could you please tell them how long they will have access to the course once they buy it, or?
Yeah, you have access for 1 year once you subscribe to a course and you get access to it.
All right, thank you, Habiba. So as you can see, you do get access to the course for an entire year. Isiliye, like, okay, I have typed the chat, the course over here. Sorry, the promo code. It's Eeman30, EEMAN 30. All right. We will notify you about the promo code again. So what's
okay,
up?
Someone has asked in the chat box that how can we make the payment? There are two ways you can make the payment. When you are placing order directly on the website, you can pay either cash on delivery or you can choose an online payment method, either JazzCash or EasyPaisa, whatever is convenient for you. Apart from that, you can place your order directly by calling on our phone number, and personally you can choose either cash on delivery or online transfer.
Can you also tell them how long the promo code is valid for?
Yeah, promo code will be valid for like 2 days from now. You can, if you'll be placing your order in next 2 days, you can avail the discount.
All right, thank you, Aviva. So for the scholarship, there is like I've already we did cover this in another section. All of the information on the scholarships is like on the website as well. And basically NUST में आपको merit based scholarship मिलती है, ठीक है? तो merit based में आपको ये है कि you do need good grades in your FSC A levels and also in your NET. उसके बाद एक आपके पास merit based होती है, ठीक है? You have a need based scholarship, ठीक है ना? If you need financial aid, तो आप उसके लिए भी ऑप्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड देन देयर इज लाइक देयर आर फ्यू अदर जो HEC के थ्रू मिलती हैं, पाकिस्तान इंजीनियरिंग काउंसिल के थ्रू मिलती हैं. तो वो सारी की सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है वो आपको NUST की ही वेबसाइट पे मिलेगी. फॉर दैट आई वुड सजेस्ट कि इफ़ यू डू वांट अ स्कॉलरशिप तो प्लीज़ गेट स्टार्टेड विद द प्रोसेस एज सून एज आपका एडमिशन होता है, क्योंकि इसका जो प्रोसेस होता है इट्स अ लिटिल बिट लॉन्ग. तो बेहतर यही होगा कि आप जल्द से जल्द स्टार्ट कर लें ताकि आपको जो है ना वो मिल जाए उसी टाइम में. Can you kindly tell when the merit list will be displayed? The merit list is displayed at the very end, right? और जब आपके सारे एनईटी के टेस्ट हो जाते हैं फॉर द ईयर, उसके बाद आपकी मेरिट लिस्ट लाइक डिस्प्ले होती है. सो इससे बेहतर ये है कि आप जो लास्ट ईयर की मेरिट लिस्ट है ना, उससे आप थोड़ा सा अंदाजा लगाएं कि आपको कितना ज़्यादा एग्रीगेट जो है ना वो आपकी पर्टिकुलर फील्ड के लिए है, एंड देन गो फ्रॉम देयर. सेम इज द केस फॉर द एग्रीगेट. फॉर डिफरेंट फील्ड्स आपको सब फील्ड्स का मिल जाएगा आराम से ऑनलाइन, कोई मसला नहीं है उसका. Is NUST good for biotechnology? Yes, it is. I don't have much information about that because it wasn't my particular field, but from the people that I know, yes, it is. Does this course contain all the prep and practice and stuff like that? Yes. So, I always say, जैसे कि किसी भी आप कोर्स में ऑप्ट करने से पहले आपके अपने कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होने चाहिए सबसे पहले. अदरवाइज नो मैटर हाउ मेनी कोर्सेज यू ऑप्ट फॉर, हाउ मेनी अकेडमीज यू गो टू, आपको फायदा नहीं होगा अगर आपके अपने कॉन्सेप्ट जो है वो क्लियर नहीं है. पहले अपने कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करें एंड देन लाइक प्रैक्टिस थ्रू दैट. The discount by using this promo code is 30%, guys. For computer science, is NUST better or PIAS? So for computer science, NUST is also good. FAST is very well known for computer science as well. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap up? How much time is needed for preparation? देखिए मैंने पहले भी आपको बताया था कि आप पहले अपने कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर कर लें, ठीक है ना, लाइक टेक 15 to 20 days, ठीक है, to correct all your concepts and then focus on practice. If you don't practice, आपका NET नहीं हो पाएगा, तो MCQs practice करें उसके लिए. Alright? Any book recommendations? There are a lot of books. Like when in my time I like got some जिसमें ECAT की भी होती हैं, ठीक है, like Duggar brothers की जो books होती हैं, उनमें सारों में like there are a lot of books out there, so you can like buy any. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. My score in NET2 was 126. What do you think? What are the odds that I can score 150 plus in the third attempt? You can easily like score 150. Yeah, you can score 170. Why not? But you have to do well in it. Personally, when I first gave the NET, like मेरा जो बिल्कुल पहला वाला NET हुआ था attempt, I got like barely 100 marks. Guys, so it's okay if you don't do well in the first attempt, but do try hard enough कि आपका जो दूसरा और तीसरा attempt हो वो अच्छा हो जाए. There are a lot of universities for biotech and biosciences within Islamabad. For that, like particularly NUST and ComSats, I believe are good. Anything that you need for a scholarship, guys, उसकी जो सारी details, whatever documents you need, जो भी आपको चाहिए वो सारा आपको website में मिलेगा. Those are things that I don't really remember off of my head. तो वो आप मतलब उसके लिए वेबसाइट पे ही रेफर करें, आपको सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन वहाँ पे मिल जाएगी. How much time did you take to prepare for the NET? मैंने तो गलत किया था अपने साथ. I left it towards the very end, which is why I'm here telling you guys कि आप इस तरह से ना करें. I took a month or so in which I prepared for the NET. Which department is best in social sciences? That depends on what you want to opt for. आप कौन सी फील्ड में जाना चाहते हैं social sciences में, तो आप उसी में ही opt करें. Is this true that the third test is comparatively harder than the first two? No, there is no such rule कि आपका third test harder होगा, लेकिन आपके जो third test है उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा candidates आते हैं, so इसीलिए आपका जो merit है ना वो भी high बनता है, and so that is why you have to like score better in order to increase your chances for that. Can you please go through the important topics for the NUST CS test? CS के लिए I don't have the, wait, let me just check it quickly because I don't remember exactly what it was. All right, so for CS, it is mainly mathematics, physics, computer science, English, and intelligence. Those are the main like things that are included in CS. Aggregate calculator आपको online मिल जाएगा, no problem. Will I be able to score 150 plus if I only have a month to prepare for it? Yes. Yes, you can easily score 150 plus, but बस दिल लगा के करें, हो जाएगा. It's not that big of a problem. But you have to prepare for it, dedicate करें अपना time उसके लिए. All right, guys. So these are the last few questions that we're going to take. So how do you think I should prioritize FPI, SE exams and NET 3? Honestly, आप prioritize उसी हिसाब से करें कि what you want to opt for. If you want to go to NUST, maybe prioritize that. लेकिन किसी चीज को पीछे नहीं छोड़ना, साथ साथ लेके चलें. But at the end of the day, it depends on what you want to go for in the future. Guys, if you want to get into CS into NUST, देखें कुछ भी करने के लिए, whether you want to get into CS or BS Mathematics or BS Physics, आपको किसी भी चीज के लिए आपको prepare करना पड़ेगा, right? So is calculator allowed in paper-based test format? I don't believe calculators are allowed in the NET. You only get rough work. Ma'am, can we apply for more than one program while applying? Yes, you can apply to as many as you want. उसके हिसाब से आपको NET देना पड़ेगा. Like, you know, for example, if you're applying to social sciences and also engineering, तो social sciences का जो NET होगा वो अलग से होगा, engineering का आपका अलग से होगा, और उसी हिसाब से आपका merit बनेगा. Anything else, guys? While we're here, towards the time right there. If there are any other questions that you want to ask, please go ahead. All right, I'm going to put in the promo code again, just for your reference. You're welcome. All right. All right, I believe we don't have any other questions. Habiba, should we wrap up then?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for attending the session. Good luck for whatever entry test जो भी आप देना चाह रहे हैं. I hope that you get into whatever desired universities you want to. Please work hard for it. Dedicate time to it. This is an important phase in your life that you don't want to, you know, miss out on. So please, you know, like do allocate specific times for it. Okay. What is materials engineering? So materials engineering is a field that is related to the types of materials, right? All of the types of materials that are included, all the classes of materials and how you use them. So it's the basis of all engineering, because what we do is we provide the material for electrical, for mechanical. So इसीलिए आपको इसमें you get a lot of comprehensive information about that. That is an overview that I can give to someone in layman terms. This course is online. It's an e-learning platform, right? So all of the Tabir Academy's course is all online.
Yeah, but I want to add something. When you
Sure.
buy a course, you will also get a book. Like if you are buying anything engineering course, you will
Habiba,
you will get Dogger Brothers NET engineering book as well. So it's like the whole bundle contains a book and online module as well.
Yes, you can get a discount on buying the course. I did put my promo code in. I'm going to put it in again. It's Eeman 30, EEMAN 30. All right, you get 30% off.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we can wrap up. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for attending. Hope to see you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.